Good day, friends. Malloy here. Today I want to take a couple of minutes to go over character stats with you. For some of you who have just valored your tunes, who are just reaching level 140 and want to know how to gear out your tunes, you need to start by understanding your stats. So let's go. Your stats can be found in your character panel by pressing C. We'll open it up, and here on the right hand side you will have your stats. There's three rough groups that you will find. The first one is basic stats. That includes your morale, power, armor, and then secondary is might, agility, wit, vitality, will, and fate. You have your offensive skills, and then you have your defensive skills. Now, defensive, really what you focus on is physical and tactical mitigations, and then offensive will depend on what class you play and what role within the raid you play, and everybody wants to have as much morale as they possibly can going into a raid. What we're going to look at is I'm just going to very quickly run down for you the most important 8 character stats that will come into play as you figure out what you need to do. The first one is physical mitigation, and this reduces the damage taken from physical attacks. So this one is really only going to be of really good use to your tanks, because your tanks are going to be the ones that are going to be holding all the aggro and taking all of that physical attacks. Tactical mitigation is any damage taken from tactical attacks, and those are typically ranged attacks. Any of your other classes will have to have some basic tactical mitigations in order to be somewhat survivable going into the raids. Then on your offensive stats you have critical rating, and that is just the increase of how effective your crit is whenever your skills crit. Then finesse reduces your opponent's resistance. This is very important for LM and Berg, especially because you want to make sure that their skills such as the CC and the daze and the stun isn't resisted at all. Physical mastery is how much physical damage your class is doing. Tactical mastery is how much tactical damage your class is doing. With tactical mastery, if you're a healer, you're also going to be looking at outgoing healing. After that, vitality becomes most important because that translates into morale. This table highlights what stats are important for what class. Depending on what trait line you are building, and that is dependent upon what role you are filling in the raid, will dictate which stats you should prioritize over others. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. First, let's say you're a minstrel and you're running blue line because your main spec is going to be healing. You would want to focus outgoing healing first, then crit rating, then vitality, then finesse, and then tactical mitigation. Okay? If you're a hunter and you are running red line, most DPS classes would focus on crit rating first, followed by physical mastery, then finesse, then tactical mitigation, and then vitality. And so what you do is you take this ordered rank of priorities and you make sure that you reach the cap levels or close to cap for that one first before moving on to the next and then the next and then the next, as you are customizing your gear and your essences and your legendary weapons as you build out your tune. Tanks mostly, they're going to be primarily focused on mitigations, physical and tactical about equally, but I put physical mitigations first, and then followed by finesse, and then finally vitality. They want to have as large a morale pool as possible and be as robust as possible to be able to take any hits. Okay, that's how you would use this table. You can find a copy of this table in the description below. Be sure to follow it as you gear up to participate in endgame content. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like and subscribe button. For more amazing training and one-on-one coaching, please click the link to the LOTRO Endgame Challenge in the description below. This is a special 2-day training event where I help players plan out their exact strategy for reaching their goals in in-game rating. Whether you've just Valored a tune or are returning to the game after some time, this challenge will show you exactly what you need to do to gear up quickly, find a great rating group, and have loads of fun racing through endgame content. Thanks for watching.